This is a demo of some work in progress integrating the Siemens TeamPlay system with the 3D Slicer research application software. So first let's log into this dummy account, artificial account, Sarah Fields at Windy Valley. This will let us access the standard TeamPlay interface. Up in the upper left hand corner there's the application tab, and you can see that it has core applications and then partner applications, and among the partner applications is 3D Slicer. So this would launch us into a version of 3D Slicer, but instead I'm going to start by going into the Images tab where we can search for specific data, and I'm going to expand the date range here, and you can see that there are a wide variety of studies already under this account, but I'm going to look for only the prostate examples. And there are a couple different ones here, but let's start with this one. This is a prostate study that was shared by another user, Chris, which came from the Prostate X Challenge from ISB 2017. So we thank the group there for sharing this data. So Chris uploaded it, and then he made it available through TeamPlay to this other user, Sarah. And you can see that within TeamPlay you have the option of looking at some of the data, but you're very limited here in the sense that the 3D studies are independent. You have a number of things you can do in the browser, but you can't really analyze the data. So what we've done is we've integrated an option here inside the image sharing to open the data set in 3D Slicer directly. So when I click on this, we switch over to a cloud instance of 3D Slicer, which is now listening for that request that just came over and says, told it to load that very same data set we were just looking at inside TeamPlay. Now inside 3D Slicer you have a wide variety of functions available to you. You have the option to load in 3D data and look at it in all planes at the same time, synchronize data, choose different data sets to show up in different windows. So here in this window I'm going to show the coronal acquisition, which is very high resolution, and I can use the tools in Slicer to interact with the data set and show me corresponding structures in sagittal and coronal. And actually Slicer has many features that you can use. We won't go into them all here, but once the data has been transferred from TeamPlay over into Slicer, you have a wide range of applications available. These are called extensions in Slicer, number of different specific ones, but I wanted to show just quickly that you can look for the data could, for example, be loaded in this MP review tool, which is one for diagnostic imaging and surgical planning and biopsy planning for prostate cases. You can see in this video that it's being used to identify target locations. And another application that's available from the research side inside Slicer is the is a tool called the Slice Tracker. The Slice Tracker is another extension. In this case it's an extension that allows you to use the preoperative biopsy targets from MP Review, load them into the same system where the intra-procedural MRs are being acquired, allowing you to transfer diagnostic surgical planning targets or biopsy targets from diagnostic imaging into intraprocedural imaging, and then apply registration so that the needle guide can be used to directly target the suspicious lesions from the diagnostic imaging. So this is an example of the end-to-end connection between TeamPlay and 3D Slicer, and I thank you for listening.